Strategies for bringing a narcissist to their knees and pleading for forgiveness. We're back with another exciting episode, this one focusing on narcissists' fears. This movie will fulfill your desire to put an end to their harmful actions. Be prepared for some truth bombs that will blast the narcissist's cover and expose their supporters and minions. If this is your first visit, you're in for a big treat, and I'm so happy to have you again for another episode. Please take a time to introduce yourself by completing the form below. Click the bell icon and subscribe to our channel to ensure that you receive all of our future videos immediately. We value your steadfast loyalty. Let's discuss how to make a narcissist's life an unending torment. However, keep in mind that not everyone will find what I'm about to say to be suitable. To effectively navigate this dangerous environment, you'll need a well-stocked toolbox. Remember that the manner in which you express something matters just as much as the actual words. Consider the influence your energy might have on a narcissist. Maintaining composure and appearing entirely unconcerned are the keys. Sarcasm, mockery, and cheap jabs should not be used when speaking with narcissists. Instead, deal with them like you would with any other firm. Don't reply so they can feel like they heard from you. A narcissist's lack of empathy will typically be obvious. Look at everything that doesn't make logical sense. Don't waste your time trying to meet all of their unending demands or engaging in an uphill battle. Never forget that a narcissist is an adult who has become trapped in the values and habits of a selfish child. They have a great desire for specialized attention and are emotionally unstable. They'll use all means necessary to achieve their goals, including provocations, deception, infliction of suffering, and winning. They will do whatever it takes to shake the narrative, sway public opinion, and modify the facts in order to forward their goals. They'll do everything to get their revenge if they're angry and determined enough. To accomplish their objectives, they are prepared to use whatever means necessary. You can take any safety measures you consider essential after having this knowledge in hand. Narcissists lack a conscience, which renders them emotionally and morally bankrupt. They will go to great lengths to portray themselves as the victim or the savior. They frequently get away with their perverse beliefs and behavior without being held accountable. They create alternate histories and manipulate the facts to suit their fancies. They manipulate reality to fit their perverted agenda by using deception, manipulation, and omission as tools. You won't receive any response if you approach a narcissist with all the love in the world and an open heart. No amount of nurture, care, or concern will have any impact on a narcissist's behavior. Spending time trying to build bridges or be more understanding, tolerant, and patient is worthless. The typical topics of conversation that would be amusing to a more sensible individual will fall flat with narcissists. Nothing should be hoped for. What you're doing right now is the exact opposite of what you want. If you want to persuade somebody, you must do something that appears unproductive. Put on an expression that is expressionless and lackluster. The best forms of communication are those that are brief and unambiguous. The following examples serve as examples. "Not right now" is a response. "I'm sorry, but I'm unable to assist you." The phrase is, "That's not possible," "I won't comply with your request," and "I don't care about your point of view," all convey an unwillingness to assist. "Known" is a word that very much speaks for itself. It's been said, there's no need to talk about it anymore. If their ego insists on pursuing the subject, simply saying, "I have already answered your question" should suffice. Finally, there is total silence. There is no need to go on at this point. Strong arguments cannot be contested. If you've never used this method before, getting used to it could take some time. You should enhance your capacity to communicate facts-based statements with conviction and assurance. In your relationships with others, make an effort to be fair and impartial. Enjoy the tranquility that follows and give yourself some time to adjust to the silence. For example, take a deep breath after firmly declining. Let the momentary suffering accomplish its goal. After communicating your point succinctly and clearly, the quiet should be given time to do its job. It's important to remain composed and resist giving in to pressure. Maintain your cool. Remember that all you are doing is reporting the truth. Keep your emotions out of these meetings and treat them as completely business. Other appropriate responses include, "I can see things from your point of view," or "I'm paying close attention." "I will give you an update in a moment." "I'll reply as soon as possible." "I'm going to research this more." "I have to give it some thought." A firm, no-nonsense attitude might also be effective. Do not interpret that as sarcasm. It is not. A brief, precise sentence is followed by silence. Your quiet could be your most effective tool when battling a toxic ego. Discover the nuances of intentional silent use to unlock its incredible potential. Because it compels you to face your feelings and thoughts without using words, silence has great power. Understanding and using this power becomes crucial when dealing with a self-destructive narcissist. To communicate with the utmost clarity, set clear boundaries that reflect your unwavering determination and independence. By adopting this position, you are demonstrating the merit of your presence. Above all things, you won't let anyone tell you how to live your life. Such things will never happen or happen. The radio silence that follows your forceful warning will shock the narcissist who even contemplates attacking you. It's possible to say wonderful, but it's not always the best choice. Whenever moving forward is consistent with your objectives, feel free to do so. I'm not bothered at all by it. There is no current requirement for further contact. Allow the cards to land where they may. A powerful statement like "no, that is never going to happen" might be used to stress your point. A narcissist becomes unstable when they realize they have no control over you. The only approach that can completely nullify their impact is this one. The narcissist will shift to easier prey after adopting "I don't care" posture and acting as if they don't care what other people think or feel. Tranquility will rule your life. The narcissist's usually aggressive disposition can make it difficult and stressful to try to coexist peacefully with them. During the initial stage of idealization, they utilize love bombing to win you over by heaping on compliments. But once the honeymoon phase comes to an end, the mask comes off and their actual selves emerge. Any statement you make will be met with instant disagreement from them. The typical narcissistic response is, "I disagree." You could respond by saying, "You couldn't be more mistaken." You're merely attempting to calm them into remaining silent. Simply asking them to restate what they just said will also persuade them to cease being unreasonable and dishonest. Keep your composure and respectfully request an explanation. They can't accept the truth if they continue to lie after knowing it. The narcissist's most recent lie is an illustration of how dishonest they can be. Ask a challenging question to force them to think about the consequences of their words, such as, "Can you even hear yourself speak if the device is malfunctioning?" Just pause for a moment and consider what you said. Don't anticipate receiving preferential treatment in the future, even if you get away with it this time. Your comments cause them to go silent as they come to terms with their ignorance, and in some cases, their aggressive tendencies. You also give them a chance to alter their behavior. Inform them that if their disrespectful or dishonest behavior continues, they will be removed from the game. When warned that there could be danger, narcissists frequently relent or give in. The key is to convey as much information as you can in the least amount of words. Keep your composure. Losing it won't help. You won't hear any sobs or yells of wrath. Your actions don't need to be justified. Never lose control of your composure. It's crucial to take a moment to gather your thoughts before asking a narcissist who is constantly complaining or defending themselves, "Are you okay?" Useful for capturing their interest and attention. We can anticipate a hostile response from them. Simply state, "If you wish, so be it," and keep your composure. Nothing like it will ever occur again. There is no need to elaborate as the message has been made plain. In essence, you inform them that their actions are being watched and noted. The message has been delivered, unless they are absolutely unaware. Narcissists are notorious for having little regard for the feelings of others, having no understanding of personal space, and spreading unfavorable stories. Despite their rugged exterior, anxiety can quickly affect them. On the other hand, people who lack self-assurance frequently exhibit an insatiable curiosity about the lives of those around them, even if what they learn is wholly untrue. When asked about sensitive or personal issues in another person's life, a phrase, "That is none of my business," may be used to deflect the conversation. Keeping private matters private is a wise decision. Give the notion some time to settle and the stillness its due. When acting aggressively, narcissists frequently use meaningless phrases like, "That's interesting," or "I get why you're mad." You must make the decision as to what to do in such a situation. It doesn't matter whether you choose to believe or not. If you like, consider it or write about it. Simply say, "We can resume the conversation when you feel more composed," and then take a step back. You may also say something like, "Let's put an end to this before things escalate any further," and then leave. The discussion is completed and the situation is finished. Really, it's that simple. Those who are close to narcissists are frequently described as flying monkeys, minions, weak leaders, and fear followers. Therefore, here are some guidelines for communicating with them. If you have ever been hurt by a selfish person, you will know precisely what I'm talking about. Recognizing a narcissist's displays of affection or concern can make a big difference. You have no right to interfere with what I do to protect my personal health and safety. I do, however, appreciate it. No one is able to talk, so there's a pause. You may also respond, "I've already made it clear that I don't want to talk about this subject with you any longer. Please respect my desire for privacy. I'm either at a loss for words or uninterested. On this subject, there is no room for debate or accommodation. Be sure to speak in a respectful, sincere, calm, concise, and succinct manner while maintaining a professional demeanor. When interacting with you, narcissists are very aware of their boundaries. Even if the issue is less important, use the same approaches. Even when there are high risks, speak with assurance and conviction. I sincerely hope the information in this succinct summary is helpful. Please feel free to post your thoughts and anecdotes below. If you'd like to watch more videos, think about subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell. Your time and attention are valued by us.